Hi there, and welcome to our series on formatting. Now in this case, we'd like to show you a really neat concept, a formatting concept called merging. And so we're going to show you this example using our game, the dice game. If you haven't seen this, feel free to check out how this game works under our Apps and Tools section in our website www.spreadsheetsolving.com. But for now, what we want to do is create a neat looking title for our game. And so merging comes into hand here. So let's say our title is Dice Game, which is in fact quite boring, but for now let's keep that as is, as Dice Game. And our goal is to have this Dice Game span across these columns. We want it nice, centered, bolded with perhaps an orange background. So how do we start that? Well, we've got the title here. We would want to highlight the range of cells that you want to be merged for this title. Now, where do we find this? If you go and hover above, there's this little icon, and it's called Merge Cells. If you click on it, if you notice, there's a little downward button right here. If you click on that, this presents to you all the different options for merging. Well, for now, we can opt out of the unmerged because we haven't done any merging yet. Merge vertical would mean that you have two rows and you'd want to merge those two rows together vertically. In this case, that doesn't apply to us because we only have one row, row 3. Merge horizontally does make sense for us because we do want to merge horizontally across columns, specifically columns C through M. Now, merge all is more like a catch-all phrase. It will work just as well as merge horizontally because we only have highlighted row 3. If there was a situation where we wanted to merge across rows and across columns, merge all comes in hand perfectly. Okay, for now, we can either click merge all or merge horizontally. I'll just pick merge all for now. And there you have it. You have Dice Game beautifully centered and merged across cells C through M within row 3. Okay, so in this case, this is a simple one. We find that our title right now is a little bit too small. Font size is a little bit small, and we want to make this bigger and more prominent. So 2 ways we can do that. One, we can make the font size bigger. If you have the cells highlighted, in this case we have a merged cell and it captures the title, we can hover up here to this icon where it says font size, click on that and adjust any size options here. Now in this case it's currently at 12, we want it bigger, so if we expand it to a size 18, correspondingly the font size will get bigger. So that actually looks quite good. We could even do 24. Either one is fine, so let's keep that at 24. Second thing to make this title more prominent is we can bold it. Bolding it right here this is a concept that we have covered in the past, but there is this little icon, bold, that you can also click Control-B on your keyboard to get the same result. So bolding and unbolding can be done right here. A third way you can make this title more prominent is to underline it. One way we could do that is to go to the Format and click down here to the underline. As you notice here, we can also click on Control-U in your keyboard. And there you have it. 3 ways thus far to make this title more prominent. Let me introduce you to a 4th way, which we're not going to incorporate here, but you can actually do something to strike through the title, strike through some text. And this is, just as the name states, is the strike through function or the strike through icon, and if we were to click on that, you literally see that line is struck through the middle of the text. Okay, so I'm going to unstrike that, and what we are left with is a title that is at font size 24 point, bolded, and let's put the underline back, and with an underline. Hi there, I'd like to introduce to you another great formatting technique, which is the text background color. Now you can find it right here. I've got my mouse hovered over it. And in this case, what we see in our game here, our dice game, is we have a completely blank, minus this, game. And if we want to spice it up with some text background color, all we have to do is the following. First, let's start with the title, and we want this to be a nice resident orange. Once you've got that highlighted, you click up here on the text background color. And at that point, there's a palette of colors here that you can choose from. And in this case, let's stick with our theme color of orange. And there you have it. It's so simple, and yet it adds so much formatting-wise. I also want orange dice, so I do the same thing. And for our scorecard, let's make this a baby blue. Again, I've highlighted the entire scorecard, that is the entire range of cells that I'd like shaded, and I've got my baby blue. Okay, look at that. A quick transformation based on one simple icon, the text background color. Hi there, my friends. We're going to discuss the concept of alignment today, and I'll show you how it is quite a powerful technique. It'll make any sort of spreadsheet output look a ton better. Now in this case, game over. This is our cell here to indicate whether a player has won. You'll notice that the game over within this cell, these cells are merged actually, but within this cell, game over is perfectly aligned vertically and horizontally in the middle. How did we do that? Well, if you hover over here in this icon, this is the align icon, and if you click on that, you'll notice that the first row here is a horizontal alignment options, and the second row it would be vertical alignment options. So if I were to try to align this text game over to the left, and I click on that, you'll notice that correspondingly the text moves over to the left, move it to the right, moves over to the right, keep it at the center, right at the center. In addition, you could align vertically. Okay, so a lot of times when I think of alignment, I tend to think horizontally, but there is that second option of aligning vertically. And that comes in handy, because if we want the text to hover up towards the top of the cell, you simply have to click on that icon right here. Otherwise, if you want it towards the bottom of the cell, click down here, and let's revert back to our original center. Game over is right now in the center of the box, vertically and horizontally. So you'll notice there are various examples of alignment throughout this game. But great application, great tool to use. Again, located right here in the align icon up top. Okay, we'll see you next time.